Hi friends. So this is a further update or a further to message and experience from the angelic realm transmission about the DNA upgrade that we're going through at this time and the kind of very disorienting experience of ourselves that it's creating. So we spoke about, in the last video, we spoke about the fact that it could create just a kind of like, who am I and what world, what life am I living in, and is this the life I want to be in, and am I with the people, and all these kinds of questions like that. That also a lot of memories coming up, like just random, strange memories, like memories that seem like they're nothing from childhood and from other times that you maybe have never thought of, but somehow they seem all of a sudden worthy for consideration. And the other piece that I've been experiencing full on for the past couple of weeks, and I have spoken to many people who have been going through this, is immense levels of emotion that seem to be like just out, like over the top, you know, like from the just like the retching, like from the depths of your soul, meaning that it seems over the top, meaning that like something absolutely that could seem like the most superficial thing can trigger it. It doesn't need a big trigger. It doesn't mean that we've all just, in the past couple of weeks, gone through some massive trauma. What's happening is that the energy body, the memory body, remember we spoke about this, you know, we want to clear out the memory. The memory body is starting to really release. These are the places that have been really, we've held on to them because they have so much to do for survival in us. So the really deeper traumas, the deeper issues, the unresolved, and this is happening collectively, but not everybody, of course, feels it the same way or as much. It just depends. It depends on many, many things. So if you are one who has been feeling like, I swear I could fill a swimming pool with the amount of tears I've been crying, nice swimming pool, salt water, and sometimes just like waking up and one word or one thing and boom, just gone into the depth of like so many memories and so many tears. And I have a quite traumatic background, you know, and it's kind of unique trauma, meaning that it's not common. Like I actually even did try at one point to see if there was any kind of like groups that meet about it. I couldn't find anything at all, any reference to it at all. But it's intense, and it's intense when it gets activated, and it's taken me many years to get to the place of being able to just stay completely with it, to not be frightened of it. And I won't leave it like a big question mark. It's big. My mother, when she was pregnant with me, she was actually wrongly medicated. She was young and little, not very big woman, wrongly medicated for something, and the medication put her into depression, into a suicidal depression. So they institutionalized her and they gave her shock therapy while she was pregnant with me. So I've looked online, like, are there groups of, you know, children that, you know, people that have been, you know, part of in vitro shock therapy? I couldn't find anything. But it's an intense, oh my God, like your teeth are shaking, your bones are rattling when the energy is discharging from the cellular memory. And it's this kind of stuff for me, and like grief, like, whoa, the separation from mother, the separation from self, and then ultimately the main real pain that every human being carries is the separation from the divine. And these are all, of course, perceived separations. I mean, in the human realm, of course, we do separate from each other. This does happen, but creation never separates from us, and this is always the great remembering. And this is what the angelic realm have told me always about my personal story, is that all of it, they said, all of it's true. All of those levels of abandonment, all of those horror stories, they're all true. But the part that's not true is that you were ever separated from us. Have always been with you, and that will be your healing. And so in the midst of these past couple of weeks, I've remembered that over and over again, as I've just felt like just literally being squeezed and just letting it happen. And the reason that I mention this is because so many people I've been talking about it. So many, friends and clients that I've been in discussion with have been like, oh my God, I can't stop crying. And for me as well, it wasn't just all about sad things. It'd be like, I'd see something, everything was all of a sudden so beautiful that it was making me cry. And then it was so sad that it was making me cry. Like crying was the thing. And it didn't matter if it attached itself onto beauty or in sad. Now today, I was thinking maybe the time is finished, but I did cry, actually. I cried over something beautiful today. But still, it was big tears. A few times I did that. So let's see how long it goes. But the main thing, the reason why I'm speaking about all of this is that what we need to know when we're going through these times and just going through life, period, is that it is an evolutionary experience. How we perceive it is what it becomes. So if we perceive ourselves remembering trauma and the pain of it and how horrible it was, and that's all that we see, then that's what it will be. A very unpleasant, difficult memory that hasn't really felt like it's given us anything that's helping us. It's just like remembering something that you really would rather not remember. If you understand that that's actually being, I don't like the word purification because it indicates that there's something dirty or something wrong, and that's not divinity. Divinity is never dirty and wrong. It's a clearing. It's a releasing of something that is old. It's just basically old. You don't need it anymore. And allowing space for what is new to come in. If you understand that when you're in the depth of your tears and when like little things are triggering you in big places, and so you might start to feel self-judging and different things like that, first of all, just let it be. Let it be. And remember, and actually not just remember, this is a clearing, because these are the really old things. They've been there underneath everything all along, unconsciously motivating my choices and behavior. And when you're really in that state of those deep memories, you can actually see that. You're like, oh my God, it's true. That's why I did that, because I feel like that underneath. So it's a huge celebration. Wow, we're getting through this now. Like we're going to start a new program, and that's great, because why keep on doing the same one all the time? So if you can keep the perspective, the clarity about why it's happening, then what's happening can be anything. It's the why that really turns it into, like they say, like the nectar or the poison. Turns it into something that evolves us, or something that makes us even more frightened of the world, more protective, more angry, more this, more that, more self-loathing, all these kinds of things. So just if you're going through this right now, and if you continue to go through this, don't worry. It's a cycle. Cycles begin and they end. I once had an astrologer say this to me. It was so beautiful. You just have to remember, whenever you get into something that's a really difficult state, it began, it will end. You never have to do anything to make it end. It will end on its own. So just be patient. It has an intelligence. It knows what it's doing. It's assisting us. Creation is always on our side. It is always helping us. Whether we let ourselves get helped, that's another story. But if we can know that it's always helping us, then we're most likely going to let that help be there with us all the time. So adding that into this big DNA shifting that's going on, activating really, allowing more of the magic of the DNA to come to the surface. So much love to you.